What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with the Toy Room. So today we're going to be doing a news segment. I haven't really done anything like this, not specifically. I usually make dedicated videos for news information, but I have so much different information, I really didn't want to make several different videos to talk about one topic in each video. So we're going to throw them all together in this video here today. So what we're going to talk about today is obviously the PlayStation Classic. What in the world? That came out of nowhere. We're going to talk about the NECA Ninja Turtles figures with the shipping issues that were had whenever pre-orders went live, maybe about a month ago. I got that issue resolved, so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to let you know how to fix that problem as well. And also, we're going to briefly mention Arcade1Up like we've been doing. And we'll talk about a live stream coming later on today. And just a couple other different things. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Obviously, right off the bat. Alright, last night I went to sleep at right at 2 a.m. like I normally do. I usually go to sleep around that time. And I wake up this morning, turn on my phone, and oh my god, I got text and there was notifications on all my social media. Sony decided randomly at 2 o'clock in the morning, like right after I went to sleep, to drop news that they are releasing a PlayStation Classic Edition. Basically similar to the NES and the Super Nintendo Classic Edition, which in my opinion, yes, they're copying Nintendo, but I really don't care. I'd really like to see this from Sony. I would like to see this from maybe Microsoft as well. Have a mini original Xbox, Sega have a original Dreamcast, a mini version. So I like that Sony's doing this, and I want to see this from other companies. So it's going to be $100, which in my opinion, compared to the Super Nintendo Classic, is overpriced. It comes with 2 controllers, but so did the Super Nintendo Classic, and the Super Nintendo Classic was $80, and the PlayStation Classic comes with 20 built-in games. I believe the Super Nintendo came with, I think like 24 or something like that, a little over 20. And the NES Classic came with 30, and that was $60, but it came with 1 controller. Now, we don't know the full lineup of games for these PlayStation Classic Edition. They've only announced 5 so far, and those 5 are Final Fantasy VII, which is an iconic game, considered to be one of the best Final Fantasy games of all time, if not the best. Jumping Flash, I've personally never heard of that game. Ridge Racer Type 4. Ridge Racer was a classic game, just as big as Gran Turismo was on the original PlayStation. Even the PS2 and the PSP, Ridge Racer was a very fast-paced, arcade-style racing game. Not really a real racing simulator. It was kind of in the mix between real racing sim and arcade style, which it was just tons of fun. Tekken 3, which is hands down my favorite Tekken game of all time. I have so many memories. I put so many hours into that game. You guys saw that on my top 10 Arcade1Up cabinets that I want made, a Tekken 3 cabinet was on that list. And finally, Wild Arms. I've never played Wild Arms. I've heard of it. I believe that's a rare game, a hard-to-find game, and an expensive game. So that's pretty cool that they're including it on the PS1 Classic Edition so that many people will play it for the first time. This may be the first time people have ever heard of this game. It just gives people a chance to experience something that they may have never experienced before in the past. So this is really cool. I'm very excited. First thing I did when I woke up this morning, saw this information, because I woke up at like 10 o'clock. I rushed, I got dressed, and I went over to Gamestop and I pre-ordered it. So be sure to go get in your pre-orders now so that, you know, no one's complaining when they sell out of pre-orders and people have to pay scalper prices. Go get your pre-orders now. Even if they release the full lineup of games and you decide that you don't like the full lineup of games, you can still cancel your pre-order. But I suggest going to get your pre-order now. I pre-ordered at GameStop. You can pre-order it at Best Buy as well. I'll leave the link in the description for that. So overall, this is really cool. I'm looking forward to this, and I'm very excited for the PlayStation Classic. And hopefully this means we get somewhere down the line a PS2 Classic Edition. And hopefully other companies do this as well, like I mentioned, Sega and Xbox. So again, $100, release date is December 3rd, and I'm looking forward to this, and I cannot wait. Now moving on to the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. If you weren't aware, when the pre-orders went live about a month ago, if you ordered all 4 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures from the 90s movie, if you ordered all 4 of them, GameStop split the 4 figures into 4 separate orders. So basically what that means is you were getting charged shipping for each individual figure. So the cost of the order was like $90, but with shipping and everything and tax and all that, it like bumped it up to like $120, $130. And it didn't make sense why they were splitting 4 individual figures that release on the same day into different orders. I went to GameStop a couple weeks ago, but customer service was taking too long, and I sat in store for like 45 minutes, and I just didn't have the time to wait anymore. So I came back today while I pre-ordered the Classic Edition, the PS1 Classic Edition, and I got this sorted out. So basically, if you go to GameStop's website now and you look, they actually are selling a bundle for $92 with the 4 Turtles figures in one, so that way your shipping doesn't count for each individual figure. So basically, if you ordered each individual figure already, what you have to do is go to GameStop's website, cancel your pre-order of the 4 figures, and order this bundle that has the 4 figures, and the total comes out after tax and everything. For me, it came out to $97, which was a lot better than like the $125, $130 that I was being charged just for shipping. So if you want to do that, I'll leave the link in the description. If you only plan on picking up 1 or 2 of these figures, then you don't have to worry about that. But if you did order all 4 of these figures, that is what you have to do. So again, I'll leave the link in the description for that. You can go ahead and order the bundle. Comes with all 4 figures. Release date's still the same. For me, the total was $97. Your price may vary depending on what your state tax is, but that's how much it was for me. Alright, so if the camera looks a little weird here, I don't know if this is the exact spot I had the camera in before, but I don't know how I forgot to mention this. I'm filming this after I just filmed the whole video we just did. Avatar: The Last Airbender is getting a Netflix release, a live-action Netflix release, and I am super hype about that, but I'm also very scared because the last time we took a look at Avatar in live action, that didn't really turn out so well. That movie is unwatchable. I mean, when I say unwatchable, I really mean it's unwatchable. If you try and watch that movie and you can sit through the whole thing, man, I don't know, you got superpowers or something. But I have faith in Netflix. Netflix has been killing it with all of their original shows. All of their Marvel shows have been phenomenal. Even shows like Fuller House, I really enjoy. So Netflix, I have faith in them. And from what I've heard, actually what Netflix tweeted is the original creators of the cartoon are going to be overseeing this. So I have a feeling this is going to end up being good. Obviously, it was just announced, so it's probably not going to be released for at least another 2 or 3 years because they got to cast all the actors and stuff like that and do, obviously, film it and all of that stuff. So that's going to take some time, but I am very excited. It's great to see Avatar alive and well in 2018 because Avatar is, hands down, in my opinion, the greatest cartoon, or just like one of the greatest shows ever made. So I really enjoy Avatar, and I'm very excited to see this coming into fruition. So I can't wait until this is available on Netflix. But like I said, it'll probably take a couple years or so. So now Arcade1Up. There wasn't really any big news today, but I did want to address a couple things from my last video. Obviously, in my last video, I didn't know the name of the company Taito. I didn't know who they were. And a lot of you lost your minds over that. And again, this is just ridiculous. I really shouldn't even address it, but I am. I knew of Space Invaders. I know of Bubble Bobble, and I know of the games that Taito has made. Me personally, I never heard the company Taito before. That's just me. I don't know why. I never heard of the company, but I know the games that they made. So I did want to address that. Yes, now I am aware of the company Taito. I know that they made Space Invaders. I know they were big in the arcade scene back in the late 70s and 80s. Just for me, I'm 25 years old, so I don't know. They didn't have an appeal to, not really an appeal, but I just never heard their name the same way I've heard Konami, Capcom, Atari, SNK, you know, things like that. To me, I didn't feel like they were that big. But a lot of people said that they were. I now know who they are, and you know, that's that, whatever. And then also, I wasn't sure if it was Japan or China that the retailer was located in. It's Japan. I got it. We're good. So now that that's addressed, whatever. And the only other thing I have for Arcade1Up is I'll be doing a live stream tonight. I didn't do a live stream probably for the past 2 weeks because I've been playing Spider-Man on the PS4. So I'll have a live stream tonight, normal time between 10 and 10:30. Again, I'll have a video like an hour before just warning you guys that, hey, live stream is coming. click that notification bell so you get notified when I post a live stream or post any other videos like this one. So that is pretty much it. That is today's news. I just wanted to update you guys with all that information. I got big things coming. I have a possible sponsorship on the way. I got an email today that I'm very excited for, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description as always. Stay tuned for more, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.